Hello everyone. Today we will going to learn sinkhole. First is a what if of definition of sinkhole. In the dictionary of geographical terms, a sinkhole or swallow hole is a depression in the karst region ranging from 1 after 13 meter in lakes, ranging from a few square meters to more than half of hectare. On the other hand, there is always a mention that the sinkhole is a hole that occurs suddenly due to subsidence of the ground surface. Sinkhole is a natural depression or hole in the surface topography that arises due to loss of layers of soils or rock bearing, or both of which generally also due to underground water flow. Influencing factors. First is physical, such as limestone thickness, limitation, porosity, and permeability of the limestone, and the intensity of the structure concerning the limestone. Second is biological, such as plant and the microbial activities and human and animal activities talk on interaction. And chemistry is such as the chemical condition of rock and surface media. Process of occlusion. The sinkhole phenomena occur in limestone. Limestone of the community know this limestone as limestone. This rock formation through chemical and biogenic process. The dominant mineral forming this rock in CaCO3 or calcium carbonate. Limestone is the format general coarse grade. Shallow cyst in this case CaCO3 accumulate in solid form. That is what is called limestone or limestone. Generally, sinkhole occur in urban areas due to damage to the main water channel or collapse of the drain when old pipes have been damaged. Can also occur due to overpumping and the extraction of groundwater. Occurrence of sinkhole. Sinkhole must occur in a rate that are above the surface of limestone that can hold a lot of water in the aquifer, which is a layer when water can flow underground. Sinkhole can also be triggered by overload, which is the often caused by heavy rain or flood. Broadly speaking, in the occurrence of sinkhole caused by first is the reaction causal of dissolving limestone called dulling or soiling sink, and second is as a result of the collapsing of the rough falls in the ground or limestone rough rot called collapse sink. Difference between sinkhole and dolina. Sinkhole is the loss of layer of soil that occur due to the flow of underground water that holds in the topography of the earth's surface, while dolina is a lake that occurs in the limestone as a result of the dissolution of limestone by water to form a basin. Dolina is also commonly called karst lake. Characteristic features. First is the usual form is like a funnel that opens upward. Second is depth range from 1 after 13 meter. And the three is the extension ranging from a new square meters to more than half of hectare. This example is Solingham, Russia, Sisdet on Israel, Heaven Pit, China, Guatemala City, Brezhniki, Russia, Maros in Indonesia, and Sukabumi in Indonesia. Sinkhole was staring at night when a sinkhole measured 20 meters suddenly appeared in their area, even before he could even breathe a sign of relief. The sinkhole grew large and now measures 1,200 meters with a depth of 18 meters. After condition research, it is originally due to very deep and long abandoned earth mine that caused the emergence of this natural phenomena. Heavenly Pit on China. Discovered 20 years ago, Heavenly Pit is the oldest, large, and deepest single sinkhole in the world. The metal itself is 537 meters with a depth relation 660 meters. It is the belief that an earthquake and the formation of the hollow lower soil layers cause it to occur, just like another sinkhole. Heavenly Pit is predicted to be able to enlarge again. Research said the reason is due to high rainfall and the river at the bottom of the hole. Guatemala City. 2007, Guatemala City residents were shocked by a sinkhole that suddenly appeared in the middle of the city. This hole is about 100 meters wide with a depth that's still unpredictable until now. Not just once, an interface of 3 years after that, a hole reappeared suddenly in one corner of the city, although only about 20 meters wide. Researchers suspect the sinkhole occurred in Guatemala because the city was built in area adjacent to the volcano. Not to mention very high rainfall, it is estimated that there will be many sinkholes that occur in the next few years. Maros in Indonesia. In 2016, in December, during the rain season, sinkhole also occurred in Indonesia. A team from Indonesia Geological Association descended to conduct initial monitoring at the location of a giant pit that appeared suddenly in the rice field arena in Lembotengangi village, Kinraj district, Maros, Sulawesi. From preliminary observation, geologists from Hasanuddin University suspect that there was a large cavity in the hole that resembled a cave. And the last is Sukabumi in Indonesia. The collapse of the land in the Pedali Vale or Legenyanan village, Sukabaju village on Sukabumi, West Java, it made the residents excited. It is thought that the large hole is a natural geological process caused by water eroding soils and the water rocks. Based on the National Geography map, this sinkhole has a length 6.5 meters and a weight of 5 meters and depth of 6 meters. Stage 2 Anticipation. First is namely being alert to flood prone point, and second, offer to make hydraulical maps, and the last one is making biopower holes. Mitigation stage. First is mapping, presentation of information as input the community and or district or city and practical government as because that on regional development on the level of the geological natural disaster vulnerable in the area of a natural disaster. Second is investigation, conduction investigation during and after disaster. 3 is examination. Examination after the sinkhole disaster so that it can know the causes and the how to overcome them. 5. Monitoring. And 5 is rehabilitation and 6 is construction. So thanks for watching.